Sorry for the wind noise, but this will be the last time you see the red F450 under my ownership. Now, whoever gets this truck is going to be getting one heck of a truck. I have absolutely been on the fence, again, sorry about the wind noise, about trading it in, getting the new truck. And we're finally at that point to where I've realized the truck that I ordered is never going to come in. If it does, it'll come in 2025 and I'll have to reorder another truck. I don't know. It's been a nightmare trying to get the truck to come in, mainly because my dealership isn't getting allocated units. I found several trucks, upwards of 8 trucks in a 3-state area, and by the time I've reached out to them and we've started negotiations, the trucks have sold. So yeah, that was not going to work out well for me. Trade-in values on the trucks have dropped off a lot. I think most people have known that. But it's been a wonderful truck. Cleaned out the interior, spent a good amount of time trying to make the truck look really nice inside, have the original floor mats, brand new back inside of the truck. Truck is nice and clean. The owl cam will come out. But yeah, it's an immaculate shape, and again, whoever ends up getting this truck is going to absolutely love it. Under 50,000 miles. Isn't that kind of crazy? Let's go look at the back real quick. Check it out. Yeah, we have a child seat in here because we have a child, but the truck is absolutely beautiful. And it will be at a dealership. I'm not 100% sure exactly what they're going to be asking for it. Took the toolbox out, just took it out. Actually had to use the excavator to do it because the thing was so heavy. I just unclamped it, reached in with my forks, pulled it out. The Viair onboard air is staying. The bed cover had to come off so I could get the toolbox out. But bed rug is staying in here. You can see some of the adhesive. I'm just going to leave all that on here. The rails are here for that. I don't have a toolbox to put in its place, so I don't have a toolbox to really install that up against, so that's why I'm leaving it off. The road armor bumpers are staying in, the winch is staying in, the air horn is staying in. Pretty much everything is staying in the truck. I just took off the toolbox. That's really just about it. I took off the TPMS aftermarket system that I had on here and the rear view mirror camera because the wiring for those just kind of looked ugly. It looked ugly to run underneath there, and I figured they'd rip them out anyways. I wanted to return the way the whole dash area looked back to stock, which I was able to do, and really get the truck in, I would say, make-ready condition to sell or to trade in. So it's going to be sad. I'm going to be honest with you. If you end up buying this truck, let me know. I'd love to know what you feel about it, what you think about it, and if it's everything you think it is, because I can tell you, and my wife knows, that I've been super anxious about selling it, and this is the first time I've owned a vehicle that I have been this on the fence about selling or trading in. So here it is, saddest day of the channel. 2017 F450, 48,680 miles. Actually closer to 48,700 now, but we're saying goodbye to it. This is a absolutely gorgeous truck. The folks over here at Griffith Ford in Seguin, Texas are the ones who are going to be selling this truck. Got no deal at all. There was no special pricing. They just happened to have the truck I was looking for. I considered red. My wife talked me out of it because she said, you're going to look at it and you're going to feel like it's the same truck you just got rid of. And that's true. So we're going back to white. So this is white on black. Basically the exact same color combination that we had on the 450, the 2016 450 Platinum. That kind of started my channel. So that white 450 Platinum is kind of the reason why my channel is where it is today. And we've moved back to a 2024 white 450 Platinum. Very cool. But we're saying goodbye to this truck, and we're saying hello to this truck. We will have a tremendous amount of content on this truck eventually, but right now I'm just going to give you kind of a highlighted view of what everything looks like. Have the new interior, larger display, heads-up display. This thing is loaded, black, platinum, massaging seats. The one feature that I could not find on a truck that was available were the deploying steps that come down below these steps. So Ford now offers a step that drops down below here as well, but I don't need it. That's easy enough to climb onto. It's kind of crazy because the trucks look so similar, yet every panel is different. You can see this belt line right here that does not exist here. It's a smooth curve. All the panels are completely different. It's crazy. The bed also sits like 1.5 to 2 inches lower than the bed on my 450, or the old 450. Now the interior is a complete departure. I don't really know if there's anything that's carried over from the interior, not even the center console. Really nice interior on the King Ranch. I still love the embroidery back here. Beautiful, beautiful truck. But when we move to the Platinum, again, it is an entirely different looking truck. Everything's different. The gauges, the dash, the knobs, everything's different in this truck. Plus, you got a lot more storage here on the side, which is really nice. Still has massaging seats, which is nice. And a feature that I think is absolutely game-changing for the heavy-duty truck segment is that auto-leveling headlight. That right there is so freaking important to have, because it gives you the capability of having your headlights automatically level whenever you are carrying something heavy in the back or towing a trailer where your front might be sticking up like that, blinding oncoming traffic. So that is a great perk. Now, in the past, when I got this truck, if you wanted LED headlights, King Ranch, they were an option on. You had to get the ultimate package and specify LED headlights. So you got these really nice LED headlights with the accent area right around the side here. Everything's LED up here. If you get a new Super Duty, there's like 3 or 4 different types of lighting you can get. One is the standard base model you get on a work truck, which is pretty much reflector halogen. But then you can opt for a reflector LED, which is typically what you're going to see on all of your Lariats and King Ranches. So King Ranch no longer gets a projector premium style headlight. It's the step down from the top headlight. Limited and Platinum are the only two that get this projector style headlight. It's not even a projector style, it's dual projectors there, and then there's a projector right here, and then you even have projector fog lamps. Again, you cannot get those on King Ranch anymore. So King Ranch and Lariat both have the same front headlight option, and you cannot upgrade to this. Which is kind of weird, because I remember the Ford engineers telling me that any headlight option would be available on any trim if you spec'd for it. And I'm not seeing that to be true. Now back here, there's one big change. So when you got King Ranch in 2017 through 2022, LED taillights were standard. That's what you got. Really nice high-end LED taillights. In 24 though, or 23 and 24, you actually can't get LED taillights on, or at least LED brake lights on King Ranch or Lariat. It's only available on Platinum or Limited. So that's another reason why I wanted to opt for this truck. It was kind of the situation is you're gonna pay as much as you're gonna pay for these trucks. You might as well bite the bullet and get what you want. Almost had to get a limited package, which I did not want. I don't care about the suede, I don't care about any of that stuff, only because of availability. The fact is that I found some limiteds because they're like $107,000 to $140,000 depending on the dealership carrying it, and Platinums were super, super hard to find, but Platinum checks every box I'm looking for. Again, the only feature this truck, well, really 2 features this truck does not have is a deploying step below that step, which I don't really care for. It would have been cool to see and test, but I don't need it. And then that really, really kind of crazy seat that lays completely flat and has all the bolstering in front of it. That's the only other feature. But these are massaging, cooled, and heated seats. And aside from that, it's got every single feature that I had ordered in my specific truck. The only difference is this one is like a white crystal or diamond white. I'm not sure exactly what they call it, but it's very similar to the white platinum tri-coat that I had on my 2016 model. Very cool pearlesque, has a nice metallic glow to it. It's just really, really beautiful. Black interior. It takes me back to 2016 when I had my first F450. What do you guys think? I did a full walkthrough, walk around to show all the features, all the upgrades, everything that's been done. The Alcoa wheels versus the Chinese knockoff that Ford puts on theirs. Again, you can tell 8 lug or 8 holes versus 10 holes, and these say Alcoa. Plus, these are super easy to clean. Has new brake calipers on both sides. It's got a new drive shaft because of the recall. Just a really, really good truck. This truck has a lot more power though, 500 horsepower and 1,200 pound-feet of torque, because this is the high output 6.7 liter Power Stroke. Just goes to show how reliable of a platform they built. Started putting that platform in trucks in 2011. Look at us now, we're 2024, and they're just increasing the power that engine can handle every single year almost. Anyways guys, it's a sad day. I really am going to miss this truck. I'm not lying to you. I'm not kidding to you. I'm not dramatizing. My wife knows how much I'm going to miss this truck. It's a beautiful truck, and they'll have it for sale over here. I have no idea what the price is going to be. I did not haggle with them on price. I paid exactly what they were offering, which is almost $103,000 for this truck. So I paid over retail, which was right at $100,000. Anyways, guys, we're going to get the truck home. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoy new content on this one. Okay, so we are back home with the new truck. It looks absolutely beautiful. And it's probably going to stay a lot cooler. So we're going to get this back in the shop, start putting some things back on it. Hopefully I can get the toolbox back in place, but the goal here is that I can get this thing equipped with some dash cameras and some things that I typically like to put on my trucks. So I got a lot of it already lined up, just have to get it installed. Okay, so I still have a huge mess. I have so much stuff that I took out of the other truck that's probably not going to go back in here, but I was able to accomplish a lot today. As you can see, I have my Better Built toolbox back in, and if you're wondering why I have that specific toolbox, it's because it allows me to use my Access bed cover, which I'll be putting a different one on this truck, but it also gives me the ability to roll it up and hitch up to a fifth wheel or a gooseneck without having to remove it, and while still giving me a toolbox, which I absolutely love. Super low profile. It has what they call these shotgun latches right here, which are above the bed rail. Unlike most toolboxes, which put them down here, they're not functional with a toolbox style bed cover, which means I can still open and close this even if the bed cover is closed. So we have that back on. I have all my essentials loaded back in there, some tools, some things that can help me in a pinch, as well as some recovery gear. What else did we do? So I put the Aries floor mats back in. Let me show you that. They're not a direct fit, but they look okay for now, and they'll protect the floor a lot better than just the little pieces of carpet that say platinum on them. So I've put those back in temporarily. I've also reinstalled the TPMS, so I can climb in here and show you this. TPMS is right there. It's a tire minder system. I have my Wolfbox rear view camera mirror set up again. I wish they would just put it in this truck, but there's the camera. I ran the wire all the way around this edge up here. What else did I install? I put my owl cam back in as well. That's the one that has connectivity built into it, so I can see inside of my truck, outside of my truck, and if there's any type of a shock, damage, anything like that. It's a dash cam, and that's a dash cam, front and rear, and that's also front and interior, which is really nice. I don't have any upfitter switches configured for anything at this point because I don't have any onboard air or any of that stuff in this truck, at least yet. What else do we have going on? I do have my WaySafe hitch reattached to the back of the truck, which is really nice. I took some time to go ahead and clean it off and make it look really nice and pretty. And I think that is about it. I can't think of anything else significant that I've done to the truck so far. But yeah, it's a beautiful truck. It really is. I love this color scheme. Start giving me ideas. What ideas would you recommend? I'll probably remove all the mud flaps and put the factory Ford style mud flaps on, as well as some of the badging. I don't really like some of that. Should I debadge it on the side here, remove the 4x4 emblem? I like it, so I don't think I will, but I'd love to know your thoughts on that. But aside from that, I think we are done for the day. The biggest project by far was going through things that I had boxed up. I probably had 6 boxes and 3 5-gallon containers full of stuff that had just accumulated in my red truck over 7 years that I had to remove. There's some of it right here. Again, I don't have any onboard air. I took one of the 3 jacks I had in the truck out. That bucket is completely full of stuff that was inside of here. I have another 5-gallon bucket. That box right there is completely full of stuff. The box back there is as well. I have stuff lined up on all my tool benches or work benches. I have more boxes on the other side. Oh, so a big one that I forgot to mention is I reinstalled the offset goose ball from Gen Y because I really like that. That's just a really, really great functional piece of equipment that positions your goose ball about 2 inches further back. It says like 5, but because the gooseneck connection is positioned forward of the axles a couple of inches, this just puts it a little bit behind. I've already towed both my gooseneck trailer and my fifth wheel with it, with that configuration, and I don't feel in the least bit nervous about how it tows, the weight distribution, because it's not much. If anything, it might be 80 pounds, something like that. But I towed with my red truck. I have not towed anything with this truck yet, and it's going to be really interesting to see how well this truck performs. I think it will do absolutely fantastic. This truck, for some reason, did not have the little bed tie-downs right there, so I actually have an extra set of them. So when I got my red truck, they didn't know if they had given me them, so they put an extra set in, and then I found some behind the seat like 4 years later, and I've had them in storage, so I'll be able to put those in place. So I'll have the tie downs on the side. I'll put some tie downs up here as well, some little bull rings. But aside from that, I'm pretty pleased with the setup. That is so cool. I mean, you got to admit, I know so many people are going to say, wait until it breaks, how much is it going to cost to fix? I get all that. But until that happens, that is such a cool feature. Anyways, guys, lots of content to come on this truck. We'll do a full review. We will do a full interior, exterior tour. I'll show you everything that's going on. I will talk about numbers. I will talk about, you know, the difference between this truck and my previous red F450, which was a 2017 model, which looks kind of similar, to be honest with you. But there are some huge differences that if you're on the fence, you are going to need to know about these differences before you even consider upgrading, because they're going to be absolutely huge. And I think anybody who's already gotten one of these new trucks will probably already understand what those upgrades are. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. Please take a moment, subscribe to the channel. We have so much more content coming out on this truck that you can learn all sorts of things about these that you may or may not know. There's just so much tech that they've thrown into these trucks. Even the media reviews that I've been on in Detroit and the tours of the truck leave so much out. So I am super, super excited to talk about this truck. This is my new truck. It was not any type of a negotiated price. Trust me, these were so hard to find. I did not let any dealership that I contacted know. I had a YouTube channel. I did not want any, you know, preferential treatment. I paid above MSRP for this truck to get it. So that's the best way. And my trade-in value was not what I wanted it to be. And I don't think that surprises some folks. But this was absolutely not a paid sponsorship, a collaboration, or any type of discounted vehicle because I have a YouTube channel. The dealership did not even know that I had a YouTube channel until we had finished the deal and I was walking them around my red truck to explain some of the upgrades that you know that that truck has, because it's going to be really confusing for someone to walk up to that truck and understand everything that was done to that truck, because there's like 25 grand worth of upgrades on that truck, even though it looks relatively stock aside from the bumpers from the outside. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. And at some point, I got to clean up this mess because it is everywhere. We'll talk to you again very soon.